Fresh uncertainty has emerged over diplomatic engagement between Iran and the United States after Tehran firmly denied that any negotiations with Washington are scheduled in the coming days, directly contradicting US President Donald Trump's claim that officials from both the sides would meet in Doha, Qatar. Well, the conflicting statements come just days after both the countries agreed to halt military exchanges following heightened tensions in and around the strategically sensitive Strait of Hormuz. While Washington has suggested that diplomatic efforts are progressing, Tehran insists that no talks at any level are planned for the immediate future. While Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail, speaking at a press briefing, dismissed reports of an imminent meeting with the United States, he stated clearly that no negotiation meetings are scheduled in the coming days, and added that any US visit to Qatar has no connection with the Iranian delegation's activities. And according to him, the Iranian team traveling to Doha is only focused on following up the implementation of the recently signed 14-point Memorandum of Understanding, particularly Article 11, which deals with access to Iran's frozen assets. Ismail also stressed that the visit should not be interpreted as the beginning of formal negotiations with Washington. He further clarified that discussions on a comprehensive agreement have not yet started. And under Article 13 of the MOU, he explained that negotiations on a final deal can only begin after several key provisions, including Articles 1, 4, 5, 10, and 11 are implemented and sustained. And all these measures are intended as confidence-building steps before any broader diplomatic process can begin. One of the central provisions, Article 11, requires the United States to make Iran's frozen financial assets accessible through agreed procedures and issue necessary licenses for their use. Article 10 relates to facilitating Iranian oil exports. Iranian officials say that progress on these measures is being monitored before any shift towards formal negotiations. The MOU came into effect on June 18 after being signed digitally by Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and US President Donald Trump, following weeks of escalating tensions triggered by military strikes and counterstrikes around the Strait of Hormuz. And the agreement includes a ceasefire framework, maritime security arrangements, provisions on oil exports, access to frozen assets, and a roadmap for the future engagement. Despite Iran's denial, the White House maintains that diplomatic contacts are ongoing. U.S. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed that Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Senior Advisor Jared Kushner are expected to travel to Doha for discussions. She said that the meeting follows a request from Iran and is aimed at continuing the peace process after the recent hostilities. Well, President Donald Trump also claimed on Truth Social that Iran had requested a meeting in Doha, while he acknowledged that talks could be significant. He cautioned that immediate breakthroughs should not be expected. Donald Trump reiterated that the U.S. position remains focused on preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, Iranian officials continue to reject claims that technical talks are already underway. Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem said that no technical working group meetings have been scheduled under the MOU framework. He added that while consultations with Qatar are ongoing, reports of active negotiations in Doha are unconfirmed. He further stated that technical discussions will begin only once both the sides agree on timing, venue, and conditions, with Qatar continuing to act as a mediator between Tehran and Washington. Well, the sharply different public positions highlight the ongoing trust deficit between the two nations. While both the sides appear to be avoiding further military escalation, their narratives on diplomatic progress remain deeply divided. And for now, Iran maintains that no negotiations are scheduled, while the US insists diplomatic engagement is moving forward, leaving the future of talks uncertain as Qatar continues its mediation efforts. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.